I found my husband's dating app profile while I was doing IVF, while we were trying for a baby. His bio said, recently separated. But we weren't separated. We were married, living in the same house. And I was injecting myself with hormones every night, while he was swiping right on other women. Let me show you how I discovered my husband was living a double life. Michael and I tried for 3 years. 3 years of negative tests. We'd done 2 rounds of IVF, spent $50,000. Both failed. I was devastated. Then Michael said something that destroyed me. Maybe we should take a break from trying. We were on the couch. I'd just gotten my period again. I was crying. He was scrolling his phone. A break? I asked. Yeah, the pressure is killing us. Killing us? Or you? Both. It's destroying our marriage. I agreed. Maybe he was right. Okay, we'll take a break. He seemed relieved. Too relieved. The next few weeks were strange. Michael was different. Always on his phone, always smiling at the screen. When I asked what was funny, he'd lock his phone. When I walked in, he'd switch apps. He was hiding something. 3 weeks later, my friend Jessica called. Are you and Michael okay? Yeah, why? Awkward pause. My coworker just matched with him on Bumble. My stomach dropped. What? She recognized his photo. Send me the screenshot. 2 minutes later, my phone buzzed. And there he was, my husband, on a dating app. His photo was from our Colorado vacation. He'd cropped me out. His bio read, recently separated, looking for fun, no drama, no complications. Recently separated, while I sat at home, taking prenatal vitamins, dreaming of our baby. He was telling strangers he was single. I clicked through his photos, all familiar, all edited to remove me. Wedding photo, cropped. Hawaii trip, cropped. Christmas card, cropped. I'd been erased. I found his messages. Jessica's coworker sent those too. Hey beautiful, love your smile. I'd love to take you out this weekend. I'm done with complicated relationships. Just want someone easy. Easy. I wasn't easy. I was the woman who'd spent 3 years trying for his baby, who'd given herself hundreds of injections, who'd cried in his arms after every negative test. I wasn't easy. I was real. I sat there staring at my phone, numb. Then the anger came, burning. I opened Bumble on my phone, set my radius to 5 miles, and there he was, 3 miles away. Probably at his office, swiping during lunch. I swiped right on him. We matched. His own wife. He didn't notice. I messaged him. Hey, you look familiar. 3 dots appeared. I don't think so, but I'd remember someone as beautiful as you. My hands shook. He was flirting with me, while I sat in our house, wearing his sweatshirt. What are you looking for? I typed. Just someone fun, no pressure, no expectations. No pressure. Unlike his wife who expected him to be a partner. When are you free? How about Friday, Italian place downtown? Friday, our 10th wedding anniversary. The anniversary he said we should skip because we were taking a break. But he wasn't taking a break. He was taking someone else to dinner. On our anniversary. I typed back, Friday's perfect, 7 p.m.? Can't wait to meet you. Neither could I. I spent 3 days planning. Michael had no idea. He came home every night, kissed my forehead, asked about my day, while secretly planning his date. Thursday night, he said he had to work late Friday. Big project deadline. How late? Won't be home until 10 or 11. Work, sure. That's fine, I'll watch a movie. Friday arrived. He showered and changed at 5. Still working late? Yeah, sorry. I'll make it up to you this weekend. He left at 6:30, said he loved me. I said nothing. At 6:45, I got ready, did my hair, makeup, wore the black dress he loved. At 6:55, I drove downtown, parked across from the restaurant. 7 p.m. Michael walked up to the entrance, checking his phone, looking around, waiting for his date. I got out. walked across the street, heels clicking. He turned. Face went white. Pure terror. Maya? Hi, Michael. What are you doing here? I'm here for our date, remember? His mouth opened. No words. Surprise! I was your Bumble match. People stared. He grabbed my arm. Can we talk somewhere private? Why? Embarrassed? Maya, please. I drove home in a daze, hands shaking on the steering wheel, tears blurring my vision. I pulled into our driveway, our house, the house we bought together 5 years ago, the house where we planned to raise our children. Now, it just felt like a prison. I sat in the car for 20 minutes, couldn't bring myself to go inside. Finally, my phone rang. My sister, Rachel. Hey, how are you? And I broke. Told her everything. The dating app, the catfishing, the restaurant confrontation, Michael's confession that he didn't want kids anymore. Rachel was silent for a long moment. Then she said exactly what I needed to hear. Pack a bag. You're staying with me tonight. I can't just leave. Yes, you can. And you will. Pack your things and come here. Now, I went inside. Michael wasn't home yet. Still at the restaurant, probably. Or driving around, trying to figure out what to do. I didn't care. I packed a suitcase, clothes, toiletries, my laptop, important documents, left my wedding ring on the bathroom counter, walked out, didn't look back. I stayed at Rachel's that night, and the next night, and the night after that. Michael called 47 times the first day, texted 63 times. I ignored all of them. On day 3, I finally responded. One text, "My lawyer will contact you." That was it. He tried calling immediately. I blocked his number. I hired Jennifer Martinez, the same lawyer from Tamara's case. She was fierce, no nonsense, exactly what I needed. What are your goals? She asked at our first meeting. Divorce. Fast. I want nothing from him except what I'm legally entitled to. What about the house? I don't want it. Too many memories. He can have it. Okay. We'll file for divorce citing irreconcilable differences. Nevada is a no-fault state, so this should be straightforward. How long? If he doesn't contest, we can have you divorced in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. After 10 years of marriage, it felt too fast and not fast enough at the same time. Michael did contest. Of course he did. Not because he wanted to stay married, but because he wanted to control the narrative. He hired his own lawyer, started making demands. Wanted the house? Fine. Wanted his retirement account untouched? Fine. Wanted me to sign an NDA about the dating apps? Absolutely not. He wants you to stay silent about his infidelity, Jennifer explained. He didn't technically cheat. No, but he was planning to. And he lied to you for months. The NDA is about protecting his reputation. Tell him no. I'm not signing anything that prevents me from telling the truth. Michael's lawyer pushed back, threatened to drag the divorce out, make it expensive, messy. I didn't care. I'm not signing, I told Jennifer. He doesn't get to cheat and then silence me about it. The divorce dragged on for 4 months. 4 months of lawyers and paperwork and fighting over things that didn't matter. 4 months of Michael trying to control the narrative. His lawyer kept pushing the NDA. Your client needs to protect his privacy, they argued. My client needs to tell her truth, Jennifer shot back. We were in mediation. Michael sat across from me. Wouldn't make eye contact. His lawyer laid out the terms. Michael keeps the house. I get 40% of its value. He keeps his retirement account. I get 30%. We split the savings 50-50. And Mrs. Carter signs the NDA, his lawyer added. No, I said immediately. Michael finally looked up. Maya, please. If this gets out, it could affect my career. Should have thought about that before you joined dating apps. I made a mistake. You made dozens of mistakes. For months. This isn't one bad decision. This is a pattern of lies. The mediator intervened. Let's take a break. Cool off. Come back in 30 minutes. I went to the bathroom, stared at myself in the mirror. 10 years of marriage. 3 years of trying for a baby. $50,000 on IVF. And this is how it ends. In a conference room, fighting over money and silence. Jennifer found me. You okay? No, but I will be. We can walk away. Take this to court. How long would that take? 6 months? Maybe a year. I don't want to spend another year tied to him. Let's settle. Without the NDA? Without the NDA. We went back in. I looked at Michael. I'll agree to everything. The house, the retirement split, all of it. But I won't sign the NDA. Maya, I'm not going to blast you on social media. I'm not going to call your work. I'm not going to ruin your life. But I also won't sign away my right to tell my story if I choose to." His lawyer started to object. Michael held up a hand. "Fine. No NDA." "Michael," his lawyer protested. "I said fine. Let's just end this." We signed the papers that day. Divorce finalized in 6 weeks. Those 6 weeks were the longest of my life. I stayed with Rachel. Couldn't afford my own place yet, not until the house money came through. I threw myself into therapy with Dr. Chen. Twice a week sessions. "How are you feeling today?" she'd ask. Angry at Michael, at myself, at the universe. Why at yourself? Because I should have seen it. The distance, the phone hiding, the excuses. You're not psychic. You trusted your husband. That's not a failure. It feels like one. Maya, you didn't fail. Your marriage failed. Michael failed. But you tried. You fought. You showed up. That's not failure. Week 3 of waiting for the divorce, I got a call from Jessica again. I hate to tell you this. My stomach dropped. What now? "Remember Sarah, the woman Michael's been seeing? The one from the grocery store?" "Yeah. Turns out he started dating her 2 weeks after your restaurant confrontation." 2 weeks? "Yeah, he moved on fast." I laughed. Actually laughed. Of course he did. Because taking time to process and grow would require self-awareness. Are you okay? You know what? I am. Because if he can move on that fast, it proves I never really mattered. And that makes leaving easier. You're stronger than I'd be. No. I'm just tired of crying over someone who isn't worth my tears. But I did cry that night. In Rachel's guest room, not because I wanted Michael back, but because I'd wasted so much time on someone who'd never truly seen me. The divorce finalized on a Tuesday in November. I signed the papers at Jennifer's office. Michael signed at his lawyer's office. We didn't see each other. Didn't need to. "How do you feel?" Jennifer asked after. "Free." And I meant it. I got my maiden name back immediately. Maya Thompson, not Maya Rodriguez. Never again. The house money came through 2 weeks later. $78,000. My half of the equity. Blood money, I called it. But it was mine. I found an apartment. Small. 1 bedroom, but mine. I moved in December 1st. Rachel helped me move. We painted the living room pale yellow. "Sunshine," she said, "for new beginnings." I bought new furniture, nothing from the old house. Didn't want any reminders. Started completely fresh. By Christmas, I was settled, alone. But not lonely, just quiet. Rachel invited me to spend Christmas with her family. I said yes. Couldn't face being alone on my first holiday as a divorced woman. Her husband asked how I was doing. Better than I thought I'd be. That's good. Michael called yesterday. Rachel looked up sharply. What did he want? To wish me Merry Christmas. And to apologize again. What did you say? I said thank you for the apology and hung up. Did he mention Sarah? No. But I looked at her Instagram later. They're engaged. Rachel's eyes went wide. Already? Already. 3 months after our divorce was finalized. That's insane. That's Michael. Jumping from one relationship to the next without processing anything. Do you care? I thought about it. Really thought about it. No, I feel bad for her actually, because she doesn't know what she's signing up for. Should you tell her? Not my circus, not my monkeys. She'll figure it out eventually. January arrived. New year, new life. I went back to therapy. I think I want to do IVF again, I told Dr. Chen. Solo? Solo. I still want to be a mother, and I'm running out of time. How old are you now? 37. 38 in March. That's not too old, but it's not young either. Every month that passes, my egg quality drops. Have you thought about the embryos you made with Michael? I can't use them. He'd have to consent, and he won't. Have you asked? Not yet. But I know the answer. Ask anyway. You deserve to know for sure, I asked through lawyers. Formal request. Clear explanation that he'd have no parental rights or responsibilities. His response came 2 days later. One word. No. I called Jennifer. Can I fight this? You can try, but it's an uphill battle. Most courts rule in favor of the person who doesn't want to procreate, even though those embryos wouldn't exist without me. Even though I went through the retrievals and the medications and the physical toll, even then, the law sees it as his genetic material too. And you can't force someone to become a parent against their will. But he can force me not to become a parent? Even though I already went through hell to create those embryos? I'm sorry. I know it's not fair. I hung up, stared at the wall for an hour. 3 embryos, 3 potential children, locked in a freezer. Forever, because my ex-husband was vindictive. I cried for 2 days. Then I got angry. Then I got determined. If Michael wouldn't let me use our embryos, I'd make new ones without him. I called my fertility clinic. I want to do IVF solo, using donor sperm. Absolutely. When can you come in for a consultation? Tomorrow. I met with Dr. Sarah Martinez. Young, kind, understanding. Tell me what you're hoping for, she said. I want a baby. I'm divorced. No partner. No prospects. But I still want to be a mother. Then let's make it happen. Is it crazy to do this alone? Not at all. About 30% of our patients are single women by choice. You're not alone in this. How does it work? First, we need to update your testing. Blood work, ultrasound, make sure everything's still good. Then you pick a donor. Then we start the cycle. How do I pick a donor? We use a sperm bank. They have profiles online. Education, physical characteristics, medical history. You pick what matters to you. Can I meet them? No, it's anonymous. But you'll have detailed information. I spent 3 weeks looking at donor profiles. Too overwhelming. Too many choices. How do you pick the genetic father of your child from a database? Finally, Rachel helped me narrow it down. What matters most to you? She asked. I don't know. Intelligence? Health? Similar ethnicity so the baby looks like they could be mine? Start there. I filtered for Hispanic or Latino ethnicity, master's degree or higher, no family history of genetic conditions, brown hair, green or hazel eyes, 5 feet 10 inches to 6 feet 2 inches in height. That left 43 options. I read through all 43. One stood out. Donor 7432, master's in engineering, plays guitar, likes hiking, no genetic red flags. Extended profile said he donated to help families, that he grew up with infertile parents who adopted, that he wanted to give others what his parents couldn't have naturally. This one, I told Rachel. Why him? Because he gets it. He understands what it means to want a child. I called the clinic. I picked a donor, 7432. Great choice, very popular donor. Let's get you scheduled. The cycle started in February. Birth control pills first, to regulate my cycle. Then, stim medications, Follistim and Menopur. Injections every night. This time felt different. No partner to coordinate with. No one to give me the shots. I did them all myself. In the bathroom mirror, alone. The first injection, my hands shook, but I did it. Pinched my stomach. Pushed the needle in. It burned. But I'd felt worse pain, physical and emotional. This was nothing. By day 5, I was covered in bruises, purple dots across my abdomen, but my follicles were growing. 12 on the right ovary, 9 on the left. Looking great, the nurse said. Keep going. Day 9, trigger shot, 10 p.m. exactly. I set 3 alarms. Couldn't miss the timing. The trigger shot was huge, biggest needle yet. I stared at it for 5 minutes, psyching myself up. Finally just did it, fast. Before I could chicken out, it burned worse than the others, but it was done. Retrieval was 2 days later. Rachel drove me, waited in the lobby. They put me under anesthesia. I woke up cramping, groggy. The nurse smiled. You did great. We got 16 eggs. 16, is that good? That's excellent for your age. I called Rachel from recovery. 16 eggs. She started crying. You're going to be a mom. Maybe. If any of them fertilize, they will. The next morning, the embryology lab called. Out of your 16 eggs, 12 were mature. We performed ICSI on all 12. 10 fertilized successfully. 10 embryos. 10 chances. I spent the next 5 days obsessively checking my phone, waiting for updates. Day 3, all 10 still growing strong. Day 5, 8 made it to blastocyst. We recommend transferring 2 and freezing 6. Dr. Martinez said. 2? Why 2? At your age, transferring 2 increases your chances without significantly increasing the risk of high-order multiples. What are my chances? With 2 good quality blastocysts? About 60%. And if I only transfer 1? About 35%. I thought about it. 2. Let's transfer 2. Transfer day arrived. I went alone. Rachel offered to come, but I needed to do this by myself to prove I could. They showed me the embryos on a screen before transfer. 2 perfect blastocysts, grade 4AA and 4AB. These are beautiful. Dr. Martinez said. They're mine. They are. Ready? Ready. The transfer took 10 minutes. They guided a catheter through my cervix, released the embryos into my uterus. I watched on the ultrasound, saw the tiny flash as they released them, my potential children, inside me. Finally. Rest here for 20 minutes, the nurse said. Then you're good to go. I lay there staring at the ceiling, thinking about the journey to this moment. Michael's betrayal, the divorce, the frozen embryos I couldn't use, starting over at 37. All of it led here, to this table, to these embryos, to this chance. Thank you, I whispered, to the donor I'd never meet, to the universe that brought me here, to myself for not giving up. The 2-week wait was absolute torture, worse than any 2-week wait with Michael, because this time I had no one to share it with, no one to obsess with, no one to hold my hand at 3 a.m. when I woke up panicking. Just me and my thoughts. And Rachel's daily check-in texts. Day 3, no symptoms. Day 5, breasts slightly sore. Maybe progesterone. Maybe pregnancy. Impossible to tell. Day 7, cramping, light. But there, good sign or bad sign? Who knew? Day 9, I couldn't take it anymore. Had to test. Bought a pack of pregnancy tests. The cheap kind. The ones that don't lie. Waited until morning. First morning urine. Most concentrated HCG. I peed on the stick at 6 a.m. Set it on the counter. Walked out of the bathroom. Couldn't watch. Couldn't breathe. 3 minutes. Timer went off. I forced myself to walk back in. Picked up the test. And there it was. A second line. Faint. So faint, I had to squint. But there. I took 4 more tests. All faint positives. I called Rachel. I think I'm pregnant, she screamed. Actual screaming. Are you sure? The tests are positive. Faint, but positive. Oh my God, you did it. Maybe. It's early. Could be a chemical pregnancy. Stop being negative. You're pregnant. I wanted to believe her, but I'd been disappointed too many times. Day 11. Tests getting darker. Day 13. Beta day. I went to the clinic at 8 a.m. They drew my blood. We'll call in 2 hours. I drove to a coffee shop. Couldn't go home. Too nervous. Sat there staring at my phone, willing it to ring. At 10:04 a.m., it did. Maya, this is Dr. Martinez. I have your results. My heart stopped. And? Congratulations. You're pregnant. I burst into tears. Right there in the coffee shop. Are you sure? Your beta is 214. That's an excellent number for 13 days past a 5-day transfer. What does that mean? It means you're very pregnant, possibly with twins given how high it is. Twins. 2 babies. Come back in 2 days for a repeat beta. We want to make sure it's doubling properly. I called Rachel from the parking lot. I'm pregnant. For real. Oh my God. How do you feel? Terrified, excited, nauseous, all of it. You're going to be a mom. Maybe. It's still so early. Stop it. You're pregnant. Enjoy it. Second beta, 2 days later. 480. Perfect doubling. Week 6. First ultrasound. I went alone. Again. Couldn't bear to have anyone with me if it was bad news. Dr. Martinez moved the wand across my belly. There, she said. A gestational sac appeared on screen with a tiny flicker inside. That's the heartbeat. Just one? She moved the wand. And there's number 2. 2 sacs. 2 heartbeats. Twins. I was having twins. Alone. And I started crying. Not sad crying. Not scared crying. Just overwhelmed crying. Congratulations, Maya. Both heartbeats look strong. About 125 beats per minute each. Is that normal? That's perfect. I drove home in shock. Twins. 2 babies at 37 as a single mother. This was going to be hard, but I didn't care. I was pregnant with twins after everything, finally. Week 8, still growing. Week 12, genetic testing normal. Week 16, anatomy scan. It's a girl, the technician said. A daughter. I was having a daughter alone, and I'd never been more sure of anything in my life. I told Michael through text, I'm pregnant. Donor sperm, due in March. You're not the father. Just thought you should know. He called immediately. I didn't answer. He texted back. Can we talk? No. I want to explain. There's nothing to explain. You didn't want kids. I did. I found another way. I'm happy for you. I didn't respond. Didn't believe him. Didn't care. Throughout the pregnancy, I built a new life. Moved into a smaller apartment. Decorated a nursery. Took birthing classes alone. bought baby clothes and diapers and bottles. Rachel threw me a baby shower. My mom flew in from Ohio. My friends rallied around me. No one asked about Michael. No one judged me for doing this alone. They just supported me. Week 38 arrived. Labor started on a Wednesday morning. Water broke at 6 a.m. Rachel drove me to the hospital, stayed with me through everything, held my hand during contractions, reminded me to breathe, told me I was strong. My daughter was born at 2:47 p.m. 6 pounds, 8 ounces, 19 inches long. Perfect. I named her Emma, after my grandmother, the strongest woman I'd ever known. Emma didn't cry when they put her on my chest, just looked at me with wide blue eyes, like she'd been waiting to meet me. "Hi, baby girl," I whispered. "I'm your mama." And I was. Not a wife anymore. Not trying for a baby anymore. A mother, finally. Emma was 3 months old when Michael showed up at my apartment, unannounced. I opened the door with Emma in my arms. He froze. Stared at her. "She's beautiful," he said quietly. "What do you want, Michael? Can we talk? I'm busy. Please, just 5 minutes." I hesitated, then opened the door wider. He came in, sat on the couch, looked around at the toys and bottles and baby blankets. "You did it," he said. "You became a mom." "Yes, without me. You didn't want this, remember?" He looked down. I was scared and stupid, and I handled everything wrong. "Is that what you came here to say?" "I came to apologize. Really apologize. For lying. For the dating apps. For not being honest about not wanting kids." "Okay. Apology heard. You can go." "Maya, no. You don't get to come here now and act like you care. You made your choices. I made mine. We're done." "I know. I just wanted you to know I'm sorry. And I'm genuinely happy for you." He stood up, walked to the door, paused. "For what it's worth, I think you're going to be an amazing mother." "I already am." He left. I never saw him again. Emma is 2 now, happy, healthy, brilliant. She has my eyes, her donor's smile, and a personality all her own. I still do IVF consultations sometimes, at support groups, sharing my story, helping other women who are doing this alone, or who've been betrayed, or who are running out of time. I tell them what I learned, that you don't need a partner to be a parent. You just need determination and love and the courage to choose yourself. Someone asked me once if I regret marrying Michael. I thought about it, really thought about it. "No," I finally said, "even after everything he did, even after everything. Because loving him taught me what I don't want. Divorcing him taught me what I deserve. And building a life without him taught me what I'm capable of." Do you think you'll ever remarry? Maybe, someday. When I meet someone who deserves me and Emma, what would that look like? Someone honest, someone brave, someone who shows up. Someone who doesn't run when things get hard. Think you'll find that? I already found it. In myself. Emma started daycare last month, 3 days a week. She loves it. Comes home covered in paint and glue and happiness. I went back to work. Part-time at first, now full-time, teaching high school English. The same job I had before. But everything feels different now. I'm different, stronger, shorter, less afraid. My students ask sometimes if I'm married. No, I say. Just me and my daughter. Don't you get lonely? Sometimes. But lonely is better than betrayed. They don't always understand, but someday they will. Last week, I ran into Michael at the grocery store. He was with a woman, younger, pretty, laughing at something he said. He saw me, went pale. "Maya, hi." "Hi." Awkward pause. "This is Sarah. Nice to meet you." She smiled uncomfortably. Sensed the tension. "I should go," I said. "Wait. How's Emma?" "She's great. Walking, talking, being 2. That's good. I'm glad." Another pause. "Take care of yourself, Michael." "You too." I walked away. Didn't feel anything. No jealousy, no regret, no anger. Just relief. Relief that I wasn't the woman standing next to him anymore. Relief that I got out. Relief that I chose myself. That night, I put Emma to bed, read her favorite book, kissed her forehead, whispered, "I love you more than anything." She smiled in her sleep, content, safe, loved. And I realized something. This life I built from the ashes of my marriage, this life as a single mother, this life that looked nothing like I'd planned, was exactly the life I needed. Not the life I dreamed of as a girl, but the life I earned as a woman. A woman who survived betrayal, who fought through grief, who refused to give up on becoming a mother, who chose herself when no one else would. To anyone listening who's been betrayed by a partner, who's had their dreams shattered, who's questioning if they can do this alone, I see you. I was you. And I want you to know something. You don't need someone else to complete your family. You just need yourself, your strength, your determination, your love. Partners come and go. Some betray you. Some disappoint you. Some lie to you for years. But you stay. You survive. You build. And sometimes the family you create alone is stronger than any family you could have built with someone who didn't deserve you. Michael didn't deserve me. He didn't deserve Emma. He didn't deserve the life we could have had, but I do. I deserve happiness. I deserve honesty. I deserve love. And so does my daughter. And we have all of that, not because of a man, but in spite of one. That's the lesson I learned. That's the truth I carry. That's the story I share. So other women know they can do it too. Can survive betrayal. Can become mothers alone. Can build beautiful lives from broken pieces because we're stronger than we think, braver than we know, and more capable than anyone gives us credit for. Emma will grow up knowing that, knowing she was wanted, chosen, fought for, that I moved heaven and earth to bring her into this world, that no man's betrayal could stop me from becoming her mother. And when she's older, I'll tell her the whole story. About Michael, about the dating apps, about the divorce, about choosing to have her alone. And I'll tell her the most important part, that sometimes the best thing that ever happens to you comes from the worst thing that ever happened to you. Michael's betrayal led me to Emma. His lies led me to the truth. His absence led me to myself. And I wouldn't change it. Not the pain, not the heartbreak, not the struggle, because all of it led me here, to this apartment, to this life, to my daughter sleeping in the next room, to peace, finally. After years of trying, after years of failing, after years of hoping, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Not as someone's wife, but as Emma's mother. And that's enough. More than enough. That's everything. Visit www.theinfertilitysecrets.com to learn the 7 signs of ovulation, to understand your body, to take control of your journey, whether you're doing this with a partner or alone, whether you're just starting or years into trying, whether you're healing from betrayal or just trying to heal. Knowledge is power, and you deserve all the power you can get. You deserve honesty. You deserve support. You deserve people who show up. And if you don't have that, you deserve to know you can do this anyway. Alone if you have to, scared if you must, but determined, always determined. Because your dream of becoming a mother doesn't depend on anyone else. It depends on you, your strength, your courage, your refusal to give up. And that's exactly what I did. I refused to give up. Even when my marriage ended, even when my embryos were destroyed, even when I had to start over alone, I refused to let Michael's betrayal steal my dream. And neither should you. Whatever you're facing right now, whatever betrayal or loss or disappointment is in your way, don't let it stop you. Don't let anyone convince you that you can't do this, that you need a partner, that your time is running out, that your body is broken, that your dream is dead, because none of that is true. You can do this. Your time is now. Your body is capable. Your dream is alive, and you are stronger than whatever is trying to stop you. I know, because I did it. I survived a husband who betrayed me during the hardest time of my life. I survived a divorce that almost broke me. I survived starting over at 37. I survived IVF alone. I survived single motherhood, and I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm thriving. Me and Emma both. And you can too. Whatever your journey looks like, whatever path you take, you can have the family you dream of, even if it looks different than you imagined, even if you have to do it alone, even if you have to fight for every step. You can do this. I promise you can, because I did. And if I can, you can too. So don't give up. Don't let betrayal win. Don't let fear stop you. Choose yourself. Choose your dream. Choose to become the mother you were meant to be, with or without a partner, with or without support, with or without anyone's blessing. Just you, your strength, your love, your determination. That's all you need. That's all Emma needed. That's all any child needs. A mother who chose them, who fought for them, who refused to give up. And that mother is you already. Right now, before you even hold your baby, you're already that mother. The one who won't quit. The one who won't settle. The one who will move heaven and earth to make this happen. And that's the kind of mother who changes the world, one determined choice at a time. That's my story. That's Emma's beginning. And it's your story too, if you choose it, if you fight for it, if you refuse to let anything stop you. So refuse, fight, choose, and become the mother you were always meant to be. You've got this, I promise. Week 8 ultrasound showed both babies still growing strong, both heartbeats steady at 132 beats per minute. Week 12 brought genetic testing. Both babies came back normal. No chromosomal abnormalities. Perfect. The genetic counselor called with results. Do you want to know the genders? Yes. Please. You're having 2 girls, twin daughters. I cried in the parking lot for 20 minutes. After everything. Twin girls. Week 16 anatomy scan. Both babies measuring perfectly, all organs developing normally. They're identical, Dr. Martinez said. How can you tell? Sharing one placenta. They came from the same embryo that split. One transferred embryo became 2 babies. A miracle I never expected. I started showing at 18 weeks. Couldn't hide it anymore. My students noticed immediately. Miss Thompson, are you pregnant? I am. Twins, girls. They erupted in excitement. One student stayed after class. Sarah, 17. Thank you for showing us you don't need a man to have a family. My mom raised me alone. I hugged her. We both cried. Teaching while pregnant with twins was exhausting. By 3rd period, I needed a nap. By end of day, my feet were swollen, but I kept going. Week 32. I went on bed rest. Too much cervical pressure. Risk of preterm labor. Moved back with Rachel. Needed help. Week 37. My water broke. 2 a.m. One day before scheduled C-section, Rachel rushed me to hospital. Admitted immediately. Dilated to 4 centimeters. Contractions every 5 minutes. Got an epidural by 4 a.m. By 8 a.m., fully dilated. Ready to push. They wheeled me to the OR. Baby A arrived at 8:40 a.m. 5 pounds, 3 ounces. Baby B at 8:45 a.m. 4 pounds, 15 ounces. Both healthy, both crying, both perfect. I named them Emma and Olivia. Held them both, one on each side. Hi, babies. I'm your mama. They stopped crying at my voice, turned toward me like they knew me. Recovery was brutal. Couldn't walk for 2 days, but they brought me my babies every 3 hours. Emma was calm, rarely cried. Olivia was feisty, demanded attention. Opposite personalities from day 1. 5 days in hospital. Rachel and Mom helped at home. First night was chaos. One woke the other. Feed one, other needed changing. No sleep for 48 hours. But we survived. Week 12, we found a routine. Feed, play, nap. Repeat all day, every day. Exhausting, but rewarding. Emma smiled at 6 weeks. Olivia laughed at 8 weeks. Both rolled over at 4 months. First words at 10 months. Emma said, "Mama first." Olivia said, "No, first." Fitting. Michael tried reaching out twice. Once at 2 months. Text congratulating me. I didn't respond. Once at 8 months. Asked to meet them. I said no. He didn't push. The twins turned 1. Small party with family. Emma and Olivia smashed chocolate cakes. Got it everywhere. Perfect chaos. I looked at them. My daughters, the ones I fought for. Every moment of pain was worth it. They're 2 now. Walking, talking, full personalities. Emma is careful and observant. Olivia is bold and demanding. They're best friends and worst enemies. Fight over toys. Share snacks. Hold hands when scared. People ask if it's hard alone. Yes, but they have me. That's enough. Last month, I ran into Michael at Target. I had both girls in the cart, covered in goldfish crumbs. Happy. Michael was with Sarah, his wife now. He stared at the girls. They're beautiful. Thank you. How old? 2. He did the math. Realized I got pregnant after divorce. Donor sperm. IVF. They're mine. He looked relieved. Olivia threw her sippy cup at him, hit his chest. We all laughed. You look happy, he said. I am. I'm glad. I pushed the cart away. Girls babbling, oblivious. That night, I thought about who I used to be, the woman who tried for 3 years, who spent $50,000, who believed her marriage was solid. That woman would be amazed at who I am now. Single mother of twins, thriving, not just surviving. Michael's betrayal broke my heart, but it didn't break my spirit. Didn't steal my dream, just changed the path. And honestly, I'm grateful. Not grateful he betrayed me, but grateful I found out before we had children together, before I was tied to him forever. Now my daughters know Their mother fought for them, chose them, refused to let anyone stop her. They'll know they were wanted, planned, fought for. That's the gift Michael gave by leaving. Doing this my way, without compromise, without someone who wasn't all in. To anyone facing betrayal right now, partner gave up, wondering if you can do this alone. You can, not just survive, thrive. Build something beautiful. Create a family all yours, on your terms. That's what I did. That's what Emma and Olivia are. Family built from ashes. Life created from betrayal. Joy found in determination. You can do it too. However your journey looks. Whatever path you take. With or without a partner. With or without support. With or without permission. Just you. Your strength. Your love. Your refusal to quit. That's all you need. That's all I needed. That's all Emma and Olivia needed. They're thriving, happy, loved beyond measure by a mother who refused to let betrayal steal her dream. That mother is me. And if you choose it, that mother is you too. Strong, determined, unstoppable, ready to build the family you deserve, no matter what it takes, no matter how hard, no matter who tries to stop you. You've got this, because I've got this. And if I can, you can too. Visit www.theinfertilitysecrets.com to learn the 7 signs of ovulation. Knowledge is power. You deserve all of it. You deserve honesty. You deserve support. You deserve people who show up. And if you don't have that, you can do it anyway. Alone, if necessary. Scared, if needed. But determined, always determined. Your dream doesn't depend on anyone else. It depends on you, your strength, your courage, your refusal to give up. I refused to give up, even when marriage ended, even when embryos were destroyed, even when I had to start over alone. I refused to let betrayal steal my dream. Neither should you. Whatever you're facing, whatever betrayal or loss or disappointment, don't let it stop you. Don't let anyone convince you that you can't, that you need a partner, that your time is running out, that your body is broken, that your dream is dead. None of that is true. You can do this. Your time is now. Your body is capable. Your dream is alive. You are stronger than whatever is trying to stop you. I survived a husband who betrayed me, survived divorce that almost broke me, survived starting over at 37, survived IVF alone, survived single motherhood, not just surviving anymore, thriving. Me and Emma and Olivia. You can too. Have the family you dream of, even if it looks different, even if you do it alone, even if you fight for every step. You can do this, I promise, because I did. And if I can, you can too. Don't give up. Don't let betrayal win. Don't let fear stop you. Choose yourself. Choose your dream. Choose to become the mother you were meant to be, with or without a partner, with or without support, with or without anyone's blessing. Just you, your strength, your love, your determination. That's all you need. That's all any child needs. A mother who chose them, who fought for them, who refused to give up. That mother is you already, right now. Before you even hold your baby, you're already that mother. The one who won't quit, the one who won't settle, the one who moves heaven and earth. That's the kind of mother who changes the world. One determined choice at a time. That's my story. That's Emma and Olivia's beginning. And it's your story too, if you choose it, if you fight for it, if you refuse to let anything stop you. So, refuse, fight, choose, become the mother you were always meant to be. You've got this, I promise. 3 years have passed since Emma and Olivia were born. 3 years of being their mother, their only parent. And I wouldn't change it. Not the late nights, not the exhaustion, not the moments of doubt, because those girls are everything. They start preschool next month, first day of school. I'm more nervous than they are. Emma picked out her backpack. Purple with butterflies. Olivia picked blue with dinosaurs. Opposite in everything. Rachel asks if I ever think about dating. Sometime. And I'm not ready. Maybe never. You deserve love. I have love. 2 perfect little girls who think I hung the moon. That's different. Maybe, but it's enough for now. The truth is, I'm scared. Scared to trust again. Scared to let someone into our life. Scared they'll leave, like Michael did. So I focus on what I can control. Being the best mother I can be. Providing for my girls. Building a life they're proud of. Everything else can wait. My students ask sometimes, Miss Thompson, do you want more kids? I have 2. That's plenty. But don't you want a boy? I have exactly what I'm supposed to have. And I mean it. Emma and Olivia are my family. Complete. Perfect. Enough. Michael sends a card every Christmas for the girls. I don't open them. Just file them away. Maybe someday they'll want to know about him. Maybe they'll ask why they don't have a dad. And I'll tell them the truth. Age-appropriate truth. That their biological father and I weren't right for each other. That I wanted them more than anything. That I chose to have them on my own. And that they are loved beyond measure. That will be enough. It has to be. Last week, a man at the park asked me out. His daughter plays with Emma and Olivia. Would you like to get coffee sometime? I hesitated. I have a lot going on. 2 toddlers, full-time job, not much free time. I understand. But if you ever want adult conversation, I'm around. He was nice, attractive, good with kids, but I wasn't ready. Thank you. I'll think about it. I probably won't. Not because he isn't great, but because I'm content. For the first time in years, I'm content. Not trying for something, not fighting for something, not hoping for something different. Just living, being present, enjoying what I have. That's new for me. For 10 years, I fought for marriage, for pregnancy, for survival. Now I'm just being a mother, a teacher, a woman who knows her worth, and it feels good. Emma asked me yesterday why she doesn't have a daddy. Her friend at daycare has one, she noticed. Some families have mommies and daddies. Some have just mommies. Some have just daddies. Some have 2 mommies or 2 daddies. Every family is different. But why don't we have a daddy? Because mommy wanted you and your sister so much that I decided to have you on my own. You don't need a daddy. You have me. And I have you. And that's perfect. She thought about it. Okay. Went back to playing. That simple. Kids don't complicate things like adults do. They just accept and move on. I hope they always have that. That ability to accept their story without shame. To know they were wanted, chosen, fought for. Dr. Chen asks how I'm doing in therapy. Better than I've ever been. Really? Really. I'm not waiting for my life to start anymore. I'm living it. That's huge growth. Michael's betrayal was the worst thing that happened to me. But it led to the best thing. Emma and Olivia. How do you feel about him now? Nothing. I don't hate him. Don't love him. Don't think about him. That's healing. That's freedom. And it is. For years, I was defined by what happened to me. The betrayal. The divorce. The struggle. Now I'm defined by what I did about it. The choice to move forward. The determination to become a mother. The courage to do it alone. That's my story. Not Michael's betrayal, but my response to it, my refusal to let it stop me, my decision to build something beautiful from something broken. And Emma and Olivia are that something beautiful, my miracle twins, born from determination and science and love. So much love. They'll never doubt that, never wonder if they were wanted, never question if I chose them, because I did. Every single day, in every single way, I chose them. And I'd choose them again 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, forever. That's what motherhood is. Choosing your children every day, no matter how hard, no matter how tired, no matter what. And I choose them always. My Emma, my Olivia, my everything. The family I built from ashes. The love I found in determination. The life I created on my own terms. And it's beautiful, messy and chaotic and exhausting, but beautiful. So incredibly beautiful. This is my story. Maya Thompson. Divorced, single mother, survivor, thriver, fighter, mother of twins, teacher, woman who knows her worth, woman who refused to give up, woman who built the life she deserved. And if I can do it, you can too. Whatever your journey looks like, whatever obstacles you face, whatever betrayals you survive, you can do this. You can have the family you dream of. You can become the mother you were meant to be. You can build something beautiful from something broken, just like I did, just like Emma and Olivia are proof of. So don't give up. Don't let anyone steal your dream. Don't let betrayal define you. Let your response define you. Your strength, your courage, your determination. That's what matters. That's what your children will see. That's what my daughters will know. Their mother didn't give up. She fought. She won. She built a beautiful life for them, with them. And that's everything. That's more than enough. That's perfect. Just like they are. Just like we are. Just like you will be. When you choose to fight. When you refuse to quit. When you build your own beautiful story. From whatever broken pieces life hands you. That's your power. That's your gift. That's your story. Waiting to be written. So write it. Fight for it. Build it. Become it. The mother you were always meant to be. The family you were always meant to have. The life you were always meant to live. It's waiting for you, just like it was waiting for me. Just like Emma and Olivia were waiting for me. All I had to do was refuse to give up. And you can do the same, starting today, starting now, starting with one determined choice. To keep going, to keep fighting, to keep believing in yourself, in your dream, in your future. That's all it takes. That's all I did. That's all you need to do. And your beautiful story will unfold, just like mine did, just like it's meant to. One brave choice at a time. You've got this, I promise. Because I did it. And so can you. 5 years after finding that dating app profile, everything has changed. I'm 42 now. Emma and Olivia are 5, starting kindergarten. My baby's growing up. I look at old photos sometimes. The woman I was at 37. Broken, betrayed, lost. She wouldn't recognize me now. The strength I found, the life I built, the mother I became, all of it grew from that pain, from that terrible Friday night, standing outside that restaurant, confronting Michael, choosing myself. That was the moment everything changed. Not when I found the profile, not when I filed for divorce, but when I stood up, said no more, drew a line, and walked away. That's when I became who I was meant to be. Not Michael's wife, but Maya, mother, fighter, survivor. Woman who knows her worth. And that's the woman my daughters see every day. Strong, capable, unbreakable. They'll grow up knowing women don't need rescuing. They rescue themselves. They don't need completing. They're already whole. They don't need permission. They give it to themselves. That's my legacy. Not the betrayal, not the pain, but the strength that came after. The life I built, the love I found in myself, in my daughters, in the family we created. That's what matters. That's what lasts. That's what I'll pass down to Emma and Olivia. And maybe someday they'll tell their own daughters about a grandmother who refused to give up, who fought for what she wanted, who built something beautiful from something broken. And the cycle continues. Strength passing to strength, courage to courage, love to love. That's my story. That's our story. And it's still being written, one brave day at a time.